Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel ECE tutorial. So in last class we have learned about the basic what definitions of BEEE, which is very important for the exam point of view I told. So in today's class we will be learning completely and problem completely a problem question. So it will be completely dependent upon the electronic circuits. So let us see the first problem. So first of all, we have to know what are the types of the circuits, electronic circuits we are having. So mainly we'll use DC and AC circuits. So that which means digital circuit and analog circuit. Here I have taken a problem which is dependent upon the RMS value of an analog circuits. So here this problem says that write down the equation for sinusoidal voltage of 50 Hz and peak value is 20 volts. Draw the corresponding voltage versus time graph. So they have given the frequency as 50 Hz and the peak value, that is Vm, has 20 volts, and they are telling us to draw a voltage versus time graph. So here I have mentioned the frequency and the voltage Vm and F has 50 and 20 volts. So we have first, let us find out the instantaneous voltage, because we have to draw a graph which is voltage versus time graph, right? So we have to know voltage and time. So for that we have to take the what formula has V equals Vm sine omega t. Here sine omega we have written has 2 pi v t. So it by substituting those values to this equation, we'll get it as Vm is 20 sine 2 pi into v into t. Okay, so here we have taken the frequency, and so here only same thing. Here how they have mentioned Vm equals sine omega t. So omega we have taken as 50 Hertz and Vm is 20. We are substituting this all this to this value, so we'll get it as 20 sine 2 pi into 50 into t. So by multiplying 50 into t will get 100. 100 into pi value is 3.14. We'll get it this equation. So again multiplying this 100 into 3.14, we'll get it as the final equation as 20 sine 314 t. So next we'll calculate the time for one cycle, because they didn't mention for how many cycles, so we'll commonly take it as one cycle. For one cycle how much? So for one cycle we'll calculate by using the formula 1 by f. T equals 1 by frequency, that is 1 by 50 is equal to 0.02 seconds. So 0.02 seconds we can write it as 20 milliseconds. So that's what we have drawn here in the graph. You can see that is voltage versus time graph, which is taken in milliseconds. So here 20 volts, 0 to 20 volts have taken approximately. So here it is 20. So this is the half cycle. From here to 0 to 10, what you are seeing is for half cycle, and this is another half cycle, so in which we call this as positive and this has negative cycle. So this is the graph which we occur by using these formulas. So now next let us see another example. In this it says that the equation for an alternating current is given by I equals 77 sine 314 t. Find the peak value, frequency, time period and instantaneous value at t equals 2 milliseconds. So they have given the current value has 77 sine 314. So then they have given the they have told us to find out the peak value. So here we have to find out Vm, so peak value, and we have to find the frequency f, and we have to find out the time period t, and instantaneous value we have to find out, that is voltage v. We have to find out Vmf tv, all this, but they have given the time, that is 2 milliseconds. Next, this because don't get confused by time period and this time. So this time period is for one cycle. We have to find out how much time it is going to take. Next, so here in the solution you can see the given values have been written here. Then first Im. So how will you find out what frequency? How will you find out? So omega 2 pi frequency is given by omega 2 pi. So by substituting the value to it, we'll get omega has. So this one in last slide I have shown you the what formula. So we'll get it has this is Vm sine omega t. So this is the omega part. So 314 we are going to take. 314 divided by 2 pi 2 into 3.14, we'll get it at 50 hertz as the answer. And time period has, it is 1 by f. So f is f they have yeah, f we have got 50 hertz, right? So we'll substitute it again. 1 by 50 is 0.02 seconds. So we got time period also. So next we'll find out the instantaneous value. So instantaneous value they have given, for that it is 2 milliseconds. So I equals Vm sine omega t. So we know Vm, we know omega, we know t also. So this is the omega 314 and t is 2 milliseconds, that is 2 into 10 power minus 3. So by calculating it, you will get the answer has 45.24 amperes. So next problem, it is dependent upon AC circuits containing only an inductor. So any AC circuit which contains only inductor, so that kind of problem have taken. So it says that a 400 millihenry coil of negligible resistance is connected to an AC circuit in which an effective current of 6 milliamps is flowing. Find out the voltage across the coil if the frequency is 1000 hertz. So they have given the inductor value as 400 millihenry, and they have given the current value 6 milliamps, and they have given frequency 1000 hertz. I have written all these given things. Now let's see how to solve the inductive reactance. So we have to find out the voltage, right? So let us write first the formula of inductive reactance. Inductive reactance formula is given by L into 2 pi f. So omega is nothing but 2 pi f. So L into 2 pi f. So by substituting it, we'll get to know L is 400 millihenry, right? So I have converted into Henry. So I've got 0.4, and 1000 is the frequency, and 3.14 is the pi value, and 2 is as usual 2 pi f. So by multiplying it, you will get it has 2512 ohms, because inductive reactance is given its SI unit as ohms, right? So we'll get write it as ohms. Next we'll find out the voltage across the circuit. So voltage is given by XLI into XLI. We have 6 milliamps, so I have written here 6 into 10 power minus 3 into the XL inductive reactance. Have got the value has 2512. By multiplying it, we'll get V equals 15.07 volts. So this is the value of this inductor. So even we have found out the voltage across this circuit. So now let us see the next is in last slide we have seen the circuit which contains inductor, but here we'll see the circuit which contains capacitor. Here I have taken the example for that. It is the capacitor of capacitance 0.2 pi microfarads is connected to 220 volts and 50 hertz AC. Calculate the RMS value of the current and write down the equation of voltage and current. So here they have given us the capacitance and voltage and frequency, uh, but we have to find out here RMS value and also the voltage and current. We have to write the equation for it. So first let us see find out the capacitive reactance. Capacitive reactance is given by 2 pi 1 by 2 pi Fc. Their inductive reactance XL is given by 2 pi FL, right? 2 pi FL. Here C will be only thing is here C and L will differ, and there it is not inverse, mean 1 by, no, it here we have to write 1 by 2 pi Fc. Now by substituting these values we'll get it has frequency is 50 hertz and capacitive reactance is 102 divided by pi microfarads. So 102 have microfarads have converted into farads and I have written here. So we'll get it as 10 to the power of 4 by pi. So by solving it we'll get it as 100 ohms. If they haven't mentioned any frequency in the question, then you have to take it as randomly, have to take it as 50 hertz, because 50 hertz is the common frequency for all problems. Normally they usually take it as 50 hertz. Now let us find out the RMS value. So RMS value is given by IRMS. So they have asked us to find out the RMS value of current. So IRMS is equal to V by XC, mean V RMS voltage, RMS value of voltage divided by capacitance. So IRMS equals VRMS by XC, capacitive reactance and RMS voltage. We have got the voltage, RMS value of voltage they have given has 220 volts here. So 220 divided by, we have got your XC has 100, that will be equal to 2.2 amps. Now let us find out the next is the voltage they have told us to find out at VM. So voltage is given by 220 into root 2 equals 311 volts. So for finding out voltage, for finding out voltage, maximum voltage, we will use the formula as Vm, Vrms into root 2. So the formula is here Vrms into root 2. That only if you want to find out for Im for current, if you want to find out, you will get it as IRMS here. In the place of V will write it as I. So IRMS into root 2 is the equation. So this is the equation for finding out the RMS value of current and for finding out the voltage and the current, maximum voltage and maximum current. So by substituting those values we'll get it as 311 volts and 3.1 amps. So therefore will occur has voltage, we have got it has 311 sine, because here we have substituted for Vm sine omega t for both, also for voltage and current we have written the same thing, Vm sine omega t, here Im sine omega t we have written. So this is what they have asked in the question. So now let us find out the quality factor. So quality factor, it is also called as Q factor. Here I have taken the example as find the impedance of series RLC circuit of if the inductive reactance and the capacitive reactance and resistance are 184, 144, 30 ohms. Also calculate the phase angle between the voltage and current. So according to what they told, so it is a circuit like a resistor and the capacitor and the inductor. So RLC circuit are together. It is given by, so they have been, so we have to find out the current. So here how much current is flowing, how much voltage is flowing, we have to find out. But the values they have given has resistance is 184, and they have given capacitance as 144. Okay, so mean, okay, resistance they have given 30 ohms. So resistance is 30 ohms and capacitance is 144, and the inductance it is 184. So these are the what given in the problem. Now first find out the impedance. Find the first impedance, how much impedance is there in the circuit. So for finding out impedance, this is the formula: r square square root of r square plus xl minus xc. So xl is 184 and xc is 144. Substitute here, and the resistance is 30 ohms. So square and substitute, finally we occurred has 9 square root of 900 plus 1600. So if you want, you can further, if you further calculate, you'll get it has impedance is 50 ohms, will get it. Next we have to find out the phase angle. So how will you find out the phase angle? For finding out the phase angle, it is tan phi xl minus xc divided by r. So xl xc we know 184 and 44, and r also 30 we know. So if you want to if you substitute, you'll get the answer as 1.33. Then tan 1.33, if you calculate, you'll get 53.1. So the phi value is 53.1. The phase angle is represented by phi. So this is the answer. So next I have taken here one more example, same RLC circuit itself. So which which says that a 500 microhenry inductor and 2 by pi square picofarads capacitor and 628 ohms resistor are connected to form a series of RLC circuit. Calculate the resonant frequency Q factor of the circuit at resonance. So they have given us inductor in microhenry, that is 500 ohms. So micro means 6. So then yeah, micro mean minus 6 will get, and picofarads mean, pico mean minus 12. So it will become minus 80 by pi square into 10 to the power minus 12 farads and 628 ohms of resistor. All these are RLC circuit. We have to find out here Q factor and the resonant frequency we have to find out. So the first thing we'll find out is resonant frequency. So for resonant frequency, the formula here you can see f yeah, fx equals 1 by 2 pi root LC. So we know L, it is 500 microhenry, and C we know 80 by pi square picofarad. So we'll substitute this and we'll finally arrive the answer has what 2500 kilohertz. So this is FV. We have taken resonant frequency, right? So we have taken resonant frequency FR. So I think you can't see, so I'll write it as here, F into R. So we have arrived the equation by solving it. It has 2500 kilohertz. Next is quality factor. So for quality factor, the formula is omega square L. So omega L we have to divide it by R. So omega is 2 into 3.14, and we have arrived this equal 2 pi f, right? So I'll write it here. Omega mean 2 pi f. Omega is 2 pi f. So we know 2, we know pi, 2 pi we know, and f also we know that we have find out here 2500. We'll substitute it, and because it is in kilohertz, so we'll write it as 2 10 power 3, and 500 into 10 power minus 6 is the inductance value divided by the resistance, that is 628. By solving it, we'll arrive as 12.5. This is the answer of quality factor. But in quality factor, quality factor doesn't have any SI unit, so we'll write it as it is. Next, it is have taken here one more example, that is find the instantaneous value of alternating voltage V equals 10 sine omega t. They have given the value as 3 pi into 10 power 4 t volts, and we have at okay, we have to find the instantaneous value at each instance, that is 0 seconds and 50 microseconds and 75 microseconds. So time they have given a different instantaneous time. In a different time, what is the value of this, or what is the instantaneous value mean? What is Vm? We have to find out Vm for each of these time. So at 0 seconds, how will be the voltage? At 0 seconds, so we have to substitute, just we have to substitute at the time the value. So we'll get it as 10 sine into 0. So if you substitute here 0, everything will become 0 itself, so 0 voltage will get at 50 microseconds. So substitute here 50. So that if you want to substitute here 50 into 10 power minus 6, because it is given in microseconds, so you'll get it as 9 minus 9.9 volts. Next, for 75 microseconds also, 75 microseconds you have to substitute here 75 micro, so 10 power minus 6, then solve it, you will get it as 7.09 volts. Very simple problem, but it is actually important, they may ask. Next, have taken one more example, that is the current in an inductive circuit is given by 0.3 sine omega t, that is okay sine 200 and t. They have given time, and they have given an angle of 40°, that is in amps. So they have given us current. We have to write the equation for voltage across, if it's across it, if the inductance is 40 millihenry. So they have given us inductance, they have given us current also. We have to find out the voltage. Now the given values I have written, that is inductance is 40 millihenry and current value. First, let us find out the inductive reactance, because here we have to find out the voltage, right? So XL equals omega L, 2 pi FL. So 2 into they have given here 200, because omega they have given here omega t 200 we are having. into this inductance value they have given has 40. So you because they have been given here frequency, instead of that they have given the omega value itself. So I have taken here 200 directly. 200 into 40 millihenry will get it as 8 ohms. Next, let us calculate the voltage, how much it is flowing. So voltage Vm, I have said you in the last slide itself, Vm equals Im into XL. So for this kind of problem also we have solved. Im, so current we know that 0.3 into this sine omega t and all. 0.3 is the current which they have given, and XL we have got it as 8 here, so we'll get it as 2.4 volts. Next, but we have to find out the inductive circuit, because we have they have asked current in an inductive circuit, and this current they have given it as, so we have to use the formula first. So because this current it leads by 90 degree, so we'll take this equation here. Already they have given as Vm sine omega t, the same thing, but they have given the angle here. So we have to find that the voltage that is flowing through this angle, what they have given this angle. For that we have to find out the voltage. So we already know Vm, we have found out. So Vm into sine omega t 200 and t plus 90 degree minus 40, here I have taken the same thing, whatever they have given I have taken, but plus 90 degree because the current leads to 90 degree. Then by solving it we'll get it has 90 minus 40 because angle, so 50 volts. We'll arrive the equation has 2.4 sine 200 t plus 50 degree volts. So guys, I hope you understand this video. If you don't understand, please do comment below, and also please do not forget to like, subscribe and share this video. In the next video I'll be going to explain you all about the Kirchhoff laws and all. So meet you in the next video guys. Bye bye.